Hello, dear friends. I hope you're doing really well. I apologize I couldn't do this reading yesterday, but let's start now. We are in Book of Numbers, chapter 32. So let's start reading. I'm going to start reading, okay? It says, I'm in a different book here. I totally forgot. Let me see. Numbers, chapter 32. Okay. Now the sons of Reuben and the sons of Gad had an exceedingly large number of livestock. So when they saw the land of Jazer and the land of Gilead, that it was indeed a place suitable for livestock, the sons of Gad and the sons of Reuben came and spoke to Moses and Eleazar the priest and to the leaders of the congregation, saying, Ataroth, Dibon, Jazer, Nimrah, Heshbon, Eleale, Sivan, Nebo, and Beon, the land which the Lord conquered before the congregation of Israel, is a land for livestock, and your servants have livestock. They said, If we have found favor in your sight, let this land be given to your servants as a possession. Do not take us across the Jordan. But Moses said to the sons of Gad and to the sons of Reuben, Shall your brothers go to war while you yourselves sit here? Now, why are you discouraging the sons of Israel from crossing over into the land which the Lord has given them? This is what your fathers did when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to see the land. For when they went up to the valley of Eshcol and saw the land, they discouraged the sons of Israel, so that they did not go into the land which the Lord had given them. So the Lord's anger burned in that day, and he swore, saying, None of the men who came up from Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, for they did not follow me fully, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, and Joshua the son of Nun, for they have followed the Lord fully. So the Lord's anger burned against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years, until the entire generation of those who had done evil in the sight of the Lord was destroyed. Now, behold, you have risen up in your father's place a brood of sinful men, to add still more to the burning anger of the Lord against Israel. For if you turn away from following him, he will once more abandon them in the wilderness, and you will destroy all these people. Then they came near to him and said, We will build here sheepfolds for our livestock and cities for our little ones, but we ourselves will be armed ready to go before the sons of Israel until we have brought them to their place, while our little ones live in the 45 cities because of their inhabitants of the land. We will not return to our homes until every one of the sons of Israel has possessed his inheritance. For we will not have an inheritance with them on the other side of the Jordan and beyond, because our inheritance has fallen to us on this side of the Jordan toward the east. So Moses said to them, If you will do this, if you will arm yourselves before the Lord for the war, and all of you armed men cross over the Jordan before the Lord until he has driven his enemies out from before him, and the land is subdued before the Lord, then afterward you shall return and be free of obligation toward the Lord and toward Israel, and this land shall be yours for a possession before the Lord. But if you will not do so, behold, you have sinned against the Lord, and be sure yourself will find you out. Build yourselves cities for your little ones and sheepfolds for your sheep, and do what you have promised. The sons of Gad and the sons of Reuben spoke to Moses, saying, Your servants will do just as my Lord commands. Our little ones, our wives, our livestock, and all our cattle shall remain there in the cities of Gilead, while your servants, everyone who is armed for war, will cross over in the presence of the Lord to battle, just as my Lord says. So Moses gave command concerning them to Eleazar the priest, and to Joshua the son of Nun, and to the heads of the fathers' households of the tribes of the sons of Israel. So we're going to stop there. So pretty much this situation happens when they are so close. They just have to cross the Jordan River to go into the promised land. But God has already given them victory because God is so generous. God is already giving them land on the east side of the Jordan River, right? They conquered the kingdom of Sihon, king of Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, and another kingdom that I don't remember the name. So they already conquered land on the east side of the Jordan River, but they have to cross the Jordan and conquer the land on the west side of the Jordan, right? But the tribes of Reuben and Gad saw that the land on the east, the land that they have conquered already, it's so good. It has grass and water, and it's so beautiful there. And they said, we want this land. But I just noticed at the beginning they said, we want this land, so we're not going to cross the Jordan. They said that, right? Let me see. I'm here. The land, they say, do not take us across the Jordan. So that was not good because Israel, the promised land is also on the west side of the Jordan. It's important. The west, the east. God has given them the east and also the west. So, they cannot leave their brothers alone. So Moses, for what I read, I understand he's a little worried. He's like, no, don't do that. This land is good, but what about your brothers? You need to be together to conquer the land, to go to war, to fight together, right? And Moses said, if you sin against God, your sin will find you out. Moses is like worried, right? He's worried because of what happened before. He already told us here again what happened when the 12 spies went to the promised land, and 10 of them, even though the land was beautiful and great, these 10 spies gave a really bad report. They said they shouldn't go. But Joshua and Caleb, 2 of the 12, they said, yes, the promised land is great and God will give us the victory. But 10 of the spies gave a bad report and they discouraged Israel. And you know what happened. We already read it. It was bad. So Moses is a little worried. But then, thank God, Reuben and Gad decide. They say, okay, we're going to leave our children, our wives, our sheep here in the eastern side, but we will go with you. We will cross the Jordan and we will fight all the wars, all the battles until all Israel is settled in the promised land. And then after everything is settled, then we'll go back to our land. Okay, so they said good. They said something good. And not only they said something good, they will do it, dear friends. They will do their word. They won't change their mind. They will go with Israel, Reuben and Gad. And also we're going to see at the end, the tribe of Manasseh is also going to be on the eastern side. So Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh, the half tribe of Manasseh, is going to be on the eastern side, but they will go to all the wars, to all the conquest of the promised land, of the western side of the Jordan River. So they will do good. And after all that, then they come back to their houses in the eastern side of the land of Gilead and Jazer, I guess that's the name. So they will do good. Moses was a little worried, but they will do according to the word. They won't leave the other tribes alone. They will fight together, and it's gonna be good. Thank God for that. It's gonna be, when we find something in the Bible, that something good that happens, and then or somebody says they're gonna do good, and then they do it. It's like so good because no, it's not always like that. Especially, dear friends, with us as humans, Sometimes we get distracted or we do things that we're not supposed to do. But no, they will, Reuben and Gad and Manasseh, they will do good. They will fight and they already have their land on the eastern side of the Jordan River. So we're going to stop here and hopefully we continue tomorrow. Bye-bye.